reasons now to keep my burdens left behind. I did not know what it would bring. Now I'm capable of everything.
Hello, dreamers. So this video was recorded on Friday, and I didn't do an intro, and the reason why is because I was doing a live stream with you guys, and then within seconds after hanging up from the live stream, Erik showed up to help do, or I keep saying help, but he did all the work. He came out to build the wall or rebuild the wall where the rot was. So I figured I would do a voiceover instead of having you listen to some weird AI music to try to explain what he's doing here. First of all, we had to remove the window, and this is the old mobile home style single pane windows that has a ton of butyl tape. So he's removing all the butyl tape and the screws and whatnot. We had to also remove all the screws out of the metal that were into the studs that we were going to be removing. So we got all that done. And meanwhile, I get to rearrange the shop again. I swear, every time I turn around, the stuff that I just moved is back in my way again, and I have to move it again. It's so annoying. I cannot wait until the shop is organized and I don't have to shuffle stuff around constantly. But anyhow, so he's removing the screws on the outside. I came in and started removing the wall board so that we could get to the stud that was just behind it. And that probably was the most difficult part of this whole thing was we were trying to get the stupid wall board out, and they were screwed in, but then they were also nailed in, and the nails were painted over, so it was hard to find the nails. Anyhow, then he started removing all the rotten wood. This stud in the center of the window we decided was still good. That one that he just pulled out, and so we wound up keeping that one, but the others I had to replace, and I only had, I think, 3 2x4s here. So we were trying to make do with what I had here without having to run to B&B to buy more 2x4s. So yeah, and this is that stupid wall board that we were struggling with. We were trying not to have to move all the heavy stuff. Anyhow, we wound up moving it all. And then it still gave us grief trying to get it out. Oh, yeah, and then this hole in the floor, that was where, if you remember when I first purchased the shed, it had a toilet and a sink and all that stuff in here because the guy was trying to make it into a tiny house. So there was a big old hole in the floor that I had to patch up, but I get to that here in a little bit. But it just amazes me watching Erik work because he doesn't even have to think about what he's doing. He just does it. We're sitting there talking about fishing and politics and whatever else, and he's not even thinking, oh, here, I asked him to just cut this little piece of wood in half, and he like got it out, drew a line and everything. I would have just ripped it in half willy-nilly, but anyhow, so the floor is patched there now. And we're both scrambling looking for my stupid dustpan. It like disappeared in this mess. We can't find it anywhere. I've been looking for it for days, so who knows what happened to that. The dog probably took off with it or something. But anyhow, so he got a new sill plate in there. The subfloor underneath was fine. Just the top of the sill plate was a little rotted, so we replaced that. We replaced the stud on the right-hand side, which is what he's doing now. And then he starts framing up the window and putting it all back together again. And it literally took him maybe an hour and a half. Part of that hour and a half, he was helping me load stuff in the truck, and he helped get the 50-pound bags of dog food out of the back of my car and put them on the porch for me. And yeah, so big save on my back just to have him come out for a couple hours and do this. But anyhow, so I will go ahead and let this play out. We're just putting it all back together now, and I'll talk to you guys at the end. So, I know I didn't talk much in this video. Erik came over and helped. Well, he didn't help. He did all the work. I just kind of stood here and talked with him and watched him work because he's really quick at it. But in about an hour and a half, took him about an hour and a half. We took the window out, reframed all this that had rot in it. There was a tiny bit of rot at the bottom of that one. You can kind of see where it's darker. I don't know if it was rotted or if it was just dark, but we scabbed in a piece there. Put a new sill plate, new windowsill, framed the sides of the windowsill, all new. And got the window put back in with new butyl tape on the back. It was cold and windy out there, and I didn't feel like standing out there with the camera. But he did put butyl tape, and then he also put a piece of that window drip edge above the window on the outside, just like we did above the door, so that hopefully it won't leak again. But this is like a mobile home window, so you only seal them with butyl tape, and that butyl tape only lasts for so long. And this is on a building that the ribs on the side of the metal there, so that butyl tape's got a seal all around those. So it'll be a lot better with the drip edge up there. Anyhow, and then I went to town and I dumped off the old sink cabinet that I had here. He actually took the sink out of that cabinet for me. So I have the sink in case I want to put a sink in the workshop here someday. I haven't decided if I'm going to actually do that or not. But I have all the stuff to do it if I decide I want a sink out here. But he helped me get that cabinet loaded in the truck and the big garbage can full of all the wood scraps that we pulled out of everything. So I took those to town. I dumped those. And then I picked up 20. I actually have 21 2x4s here. And that's going to be for my next project. And if you were in the live stream this morning, you might know what that is. But I can't remember if I talked to you about it or not. I think I did. I don't know. Anyhow, so I'm going to get started on that project in the morning. For the rest of tonight, I'm going to come out here and organize some of this stuff that it got all moved around. But most of what you see here, most of that will be gone with the next project that I do. So it'll really open things up in here and make it like really a workshop instead of a storage shed. So there's that. I'm excited for it. Hopefully, I know it's supposed to get down to like 20 degrees tonight. I'm not looking forward to that. I like the cold, but I seem to move a whole lot slower when it's cold. So, but I should be able to build out this stuff tomorrow really quickly, I hope. There's going to be a lot of figuring and stuff. And hopefully I'll be able to do a lot of that inside. I'm going to take some measurements and hopefully be able to do a lot of that inside today or tonight to plan for tomorrow. So I will see you guys on the next video. Thanks so much for hanging out with me and watching Erik work this time instead of me. It's kind of nice to stand back and watch somebody else work for a change. But and I'll be back at it again tomorrow. You won't see that video for a couple days, but I'm super jazzed and super excited, and it's going to make a huge impact. So, yeah, looking forward to it. Okay, I will see you guys on the next one. Thanks for hanging out. Bye-bye.